score track, you'll place the research field. This is where the compound cards are laid out in a 4x4 fashion. When starting the game, you'll use the 9 starting compounds, denoted by their yellow border, shuffled with 7 random compounds from the compound deck. Next, you'll shuffle the compound deck and place it into 6 equal parts. Place the lab fire cards on top of 5 of the 6 piles, and stack the deck back up, putting the 6th stack without the lab fire on the top. Place this deck on the side of the scoreboard. Now onto the compound cards. To the top left is the compound's name. Underneath that is its molecular formula. To the right of that, you'll find the point value of the compound, and above that, the state of the compound. There are 3 different elemental states in compounded: liquid, solid, and gas, but more of those in a moment. Below this information, you'll find the model of the compound that you need to build. These are the elements required to complete and score this compound for yourself. Below that and to the left is the space reserved for placing your claim token. In the center is a space for flame tokens should this compound be flammable. If there are no flames, it's not flammable. Some compounds in the lower right hand corner will come with an icon. These icons will denote if scoring the compounded will yield you a piece of lab equipment or trigger a chemical reaction. A flammable compound will receive a flame token if one of 3 things occurs. 1. A lab fire is drawn from the lab deck. B. A volatile chemical reaction occurs. 2. A scientist targets a compound with their Bunsen burner. When a flammable compound receives all of its flame tokens, it explodes. Any elements on the compound are scattered to the surrounding 8 compounds. If the elements can be moved to another compound, they must be moved there. The exploding compound owner decides the final resting spot for these elements. If the compound is unclaimed, then the lead scientist does this. Lastly, you'll discard all exploded compound cards and the lab fire card and refill the research field. In front of each player is their workbench. How you manage your workbench truly decides on how your gameplay will go. Allow me to explain it from the left side to the right. On the left side of your workbench, you will find your wild element. This element can be used once during the game as any element except sulfur to complete a compound. If you opt not to use it, then at the end of the game, this element is worth 2 atomic points. Next, on the upper left, you'll find your unearned claim tokens. These are claim tokens you have not yet earned and are considered out of the game. Below that, you'll find your element storage block. The left side of this is the element key for the game. How many of each element is in the game and their respective colors. Elements are never removed from the game, so those numbers are constant. To the right of those, you'll find 7 circles. The top 4 are placement for your elements. You start the game with 4 free spaces. As the game progresses, you can unlock the 3 additional spaces underneath, but more on those in a bit. Below the element storage, you'll find your lab tool key. These are where your lab tools are placed once you earn them. Each box also lets you know what each tool does. If the tool has 1 in the bottom of it, or if it is gray or blue in color, then it is a one-time use tool. Once you use it, it is discarded. The orange tools, on the other hand, will stay with you and remain in effect for as long as you own them. Next, on the top right, we have the turn and the turn order. A turn is shared among all players and divided into 4 phases. Each phase is tied into an experiment, the 4 test tubes you see below. All phases start with the lead scientist, that is the player who has the lab key token. Phase 1, the discovery phase. During this phase, scientists, starting with the lead scientist, will take turns discovering elements from the element bag. You will pull the number of elements equal to your discovery level. To start a game, all scientists are at 2. This experiment is raised every time you complete a liquid compound. After everyone has discovered their elements, it initiates a trading. Scientists can trade elements, tools, their wild element, the fire extinguisher, and even favors. At the conclusion of trading, scientists will discard any elements that do not fit in their allowed workbench spaces. This is at the end of the discovery phase, which leads right into the study phase. In the study phase, scientists will place their claim tokens, if available, onto any unclaimed compounds in the research field. A claimed compound marks the work as yours and cannot be taken away from you. If a scientist already has his or her limit of claim tokens already out on the research field, they may move their claim token to another compound, abandoning their previous work and leaving any elements behind. Scientists start the game with 1 claim token and gain more as they move further up on the study experiment by completing solid compounds. Phase 3, Research Phase. This phase is where the brunt of the work is done. as you'll be placing elements from your workbench out onto compounds in the research field. You can place elements on compounds you own, compounds claimed by opposing scientists, perhaps because of an earlier favor trade, and unclaimed compounds. If you were to place the final element on an unclaimed compound, mark that compound with one of your yet unearned claim tokens. That completed compound is now yours and is marked just as a reminder for scoring. As the other phases, you are limited to how many elements you can place based on your research experiment level. Everyone starts with 2 elements at the beginning. To place more elements, you'll need to complete gas-based compounds. Also, during the research phase, prior to placing, you can trade 3 of any one element for any one element in the element bag. Place the discarded 3 back into the bag afterward. The final phase of the turn is the lab phase. This is the phase at the end of the day where you clean up the research field in your workbench to prepare for another turn of work. Starting with the lead scientist, like in every phase, score all of your completed compounds. Adjust your score on the score track, then your experiment levels. Lastly, you'll then take any tools you have earned or resolved any chemical reactions that have taken place. Then the next player does the same until all players who have completed compounds have scored and managed their workbenches. Then the lead scientist will finish refilling the research field. Should a lab fire come up, finish refilling the field, then resolve the lab fire. Discard any exploded compounds and the lab fire card and complete the refill. Should you draw a second lab fire, ignore it, discard it, and complete the refill. With each level you raise the lab experiment, your workbench is able to hold more elements. You can move up the lab experiment instead of moving up a gas, liquid, or solid experiment. Think of this as a wild experiment. The final action of the turn will be the lead scientist passing the lab key to the player to his or her left. What kind of game designer would I be if I designed a game around fire and explosions without giving you the proper safety equipment to manage it? This brings us to the fire extinguisher. Each player is given a CO2 fire extinguisher as part of their workbench. A scientist can opt to place elements on the extinguisher in lieu of compounds out on the research field. Once completed, and during the lab phase, scientists will flip over their completed fire extinguishers, discarding the 3 elements. They now have an active fire extinguisher. A completed fire extinguisher can be discarded at any time to prevent a flame token from being added to any one compound. Like the wild token though, once you use the fire extinguisher, you cannot get it back. Also like the wild token, any completed and unused fire extinguishers are worth points at the end of the game. The fire extinguisher is worth 4 points at the end of the game. Speaking of the game ending, the game of Compounded is completed when a scientist has maxed out 3 of the 4 experiments on the lab table, or if a scientist has reached or exceeded 50 atomic points. In these cases, there is 1 additional turn, then the game concludes. Should the lead scientist be unable to fully refill the research field, then the game ends immediately. At the conclusion of the game, elements on uncompleted but claimed compounds are worth 1 point. Elements left on the workbench give you 1 point for every 2. An unused wild element is worth 2 points, and a completed unused fire extinguisher is worth 4 points. Whoever has the most points at the end is declared the winner and the head of the lab. On behalf of myself and Dice Hate Me Games, thank you very much for listening, and please enjoy this live play of Compounded, brought to you by Car Trunk Entertainment.
Hey, and good morning. Welcome to Car Trunk Entertainment's live play of Compounded.
Nice.
I was hearing myself in stereo and an echo. It was beautiful.
Sorry for the delay. We were having some technical difficulties, but hey, we're live!
And it's going to be better for you in our new studio with light and everything. So, Darrell Louder is the designer of Compounded. I am John Moeller of Car Trunk Entertainment, and Lesley Louder is sitting over here, where you will eventually see her because she will lean in and look at things. It'll be okay.
She's going to pretty up the game every now and then.
Chris Kirkman of Dice Hate Me Games is following along live in the chat. So if you're following on Ustream and are in the social chat, you can talk to Chris. He will also, I'm going to throw so much on him. If you tweet to @DiceHateMe, because neither Darrell and I will be responding to tweets on Twitter on the phone during this game. Lesley won't either. So @DiceHateMe, and he'll pick up any questions he can and send them to us. All right, you've just heard a demonstration or a short demo of the game. Darrell put that together, and so we're going to jump right in.
Okay.
We'll explain things as we go in the first couple turns, and then you'll just hear our machinations as we plot the overthrow of the world with nasty little chemicals.
Yeah. Good word.
Let me just set up real quick. We already drew our 4 starting compounds and laid out the field. Lesley is going to be blue, John's green, I'm orange. You'll see that once we do the above overshot camera.
You'll see blue victorious.
And I have the leader key, or the lab key, so I'm going to be starting the turn off here. So it goes right into study phase.
Right into the study phase.
And I didn't even see what I had really. That was my fault for not even looking.
So what he's doing is he's placing a claim token on one of the compounds out in the field. And what he's claiming one of the tokens that he's gonna work on. So he's obviously wants to choose something that might be in line with the chemicals he has in his lab table. For me, I have oxygen. Let's see. I know, I'm sorry. There's starting compounds out here, and this is not an analysis paralysis moment,
I was
trust
going
me.
to say, John just gets it with any game. We love him for it.
I didn't look. We had all that
I
rushing around, so it's like, hey.
We literally been rushing, so Lesley pulled out the elements for us, so she probably rigged the whole bag.
I sure did. I really
You know what? I'm gonna go with something quick, short and sweet right off the bat, and go for some calcium oxide, which by the end of this turn looks like it'll give me 3 points. And
I'm looking at going for something on the discovery level. I think that I want some hydrogen oxide. Or do I want nitrous oxide? Let me see. Placing elements. What do I want more? We're going to go with some hydrogen oxide.
Nice.
Hydrogen's a little bit more common
Way to go the
than
easy route.
nitrogen.
What?
yeah, easy route. I should have done that. I'm stupid.
Okay, so
Sorry.
everyone's claimed out. Obviously, we're not going to move at this point because of that. So we research, and your limit to start is 2 elements.
So now we all take 2 elements off our lab tables and put them on compounds that we've chosen. I've chosen calcium oxide, so I move a red and a green, oxygen and a calcium. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
That's the chump one.
And so that's that. That is then the.
Ooh, John gets to place
which
the
phase
next
was that?
Ooh, watch out!
That was the research phase.
That was the research phase. Thank you. I'm sorry.
So now we'll go right into everyone's place. Now we go into the lab phase,
This is the lab phase.
where I'm lead. I have no completed compounds.
I have a completed
Oh, John has a
compound. Look at that. I have a completed
compound.
compound. This guy is completed. So I move those. They go back in the bag. The bug.
And John moves to 3 on the score track, which actually, let me turn it this way so everyone at home can clearly see what the score is. And
Yes.
as you notice, John will keep his compound. They don't get shuffled back in. I'm not a fan of constantly shuffling decks, so that was one of the things for the game. So, and everyone's completed, so we refill.
We have to give that a name, like words on cards.
No.
Anti-shuffle.
Nope. Anti-shuffle, yeah.
So I also, because this was a solid, I get to move up on my study track.
Correct.
So that gives me a second claim token.
Correct.
So I earned a second claim token.
Now, in lieu of that, you could have moved up on your lab, because your lab is your wild one.
You're managing your compounds, your lab, yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Why not? I'll do it.
Move your study down, cheater.
Move my study down. I'm sorry, I'm not
And
cheating.
you get the lab key.
I get the lab key. Now, do I get to draw a token immediately? I moved up on the lab, so I should...
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You just get the space.
Oh. But I don't want that. Not yet. I forget. In previous versions, I'll put this one out there. Typically, when we do a live play, I like to have somebody here who hasn't played the game much, if at all. And
John is that.
to be the audience. Tonight, I get to be that because I don't think I have played this game since maybe August.
Yeah.
So it's going through a lot of changes.
I think the last time I played was November.
So since
So
it has
there's been
gotten a
changes.
lot of play, particularly at Unpub 3 2 weekends ago,
Mm-hmm.
1 weekend, 2 weekends, this is me playing the game again for the first time in some respects. So I have chosen to go with the study. That's my last takesy-backsy. I have just lost a finger.
All right, so I passed the lab key over to John.
And now
So
we're in the
John's
discovery
lead.
phase.
So now we're starting the discovery phase.
The discovery phase. Well, now this is a phase we didn't do in the first turn because it was
You
already
draw
done
4
for
to
us.
start, correct.
So now I draw 2
You draw 2. Yep.
because that's how many I
That's
have.
your, that's your lab one.
I have drawn a carbon and a hydrogen.
I'm drawing my 2. Clockwise order. Oh, sulfur.
Nice.
That's right. There's only 5 in the bag, and I've got 1.
Sulfur!
Nitrogen and oxygen, just what I needed. Or nitrogen and hydrogen, just what I needed. Nice.
You need an oxygen.
Well, I need oxygen too, but
Okay.
who
So
wants to trade an oxygen?
This is
Nobody has
also
oxygen.
this is now when we trade.
Yes,
Nobody has an oxygen, so you're not gonna get an oxygen from
correct.
anybody.
Right.
It's okay.
I don't want anybody's stuff. I just want to take my turn.
We don't want your stuff.
John, you looking for anything?
I am thinking, what am I looking for? I'm looking for an oxygen, quite frankly. Let's call it what it is. Second most, or tied for second most common element in the game, and
Yep.
and nobody's got one right now. So
Correct.
that kind of bites the wax tadpole. All right, that's it.
In case anybody hears like tornadic activity outside, I think we should address the fact that we are having 58-mile-an-hour
Winds outside.
gusts that are like shifting everything. So,
Many of our viewers are also under hurricane and tornado warnings.
Nice.
oh, I do not envy them. We are not. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm not.
That
gonna
is not an excuse for cutting away
I was
from
gonna-
this broadcast.
Yeah.
Better stay by the computer.
If we lose,
Electricity.
yeah, if we lose the feed for any reason because of weather, we'll be back on Sunday, right about fourth quarter of the Super Bowl to ruin the game for everybody. All right, cool. So I am going to now claim. I get to claim.
Yeah, no one's trading, correct.
I am going to claim a hydrogen oxide.
Leslie?
I can't claim because
You
I
can move
already.
though.
Nope, don't want to move.
I'm passing as well. I'm staying where I'm at. So back to John.
If she had moved, then I could
Correct.
scoop in and finish that one off.
Correct.
But I'm not doing that.
Okay. I see what you did there. Now, I'm going to look at something real quick. Okay, cool. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for a calcium cyanamide. Calcium cyanamide with 1 calcium, 2 nitrogens, and a carbon. Why?
Yeah. Why'd you do that one?
Because of the little dude, the safety
Oh,
goggles. Safety goggles.
No, that's a good call. Then. Okay.
I don't really want the solid, but I'll go for the safety goggles.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep it solid because you could move up on your lab
I can
table.
move up on it. Next time that'll be more useful for me.
All right.
Because I will hopefully have moved up on a...
So we claim. So
John gets place.
I get to play. Well, we all get to place.
yeah, we all get
True,
place.
we always place sometime.
I will start out by placing 2 hydrogens, completing my hydrogen oxide.
I'm placing my 2 hydrogens on that, so all I need is the oxygen to finish that off because I really want the lab key.
Now, if I really wanted to, I could take one of these. I still have a placement left.
You
And I could place it on an empty compound.
Correct. That is correct.
And since she's going to finish this, she could actually start working on something she wants on the next turn.
Yeah, because she's going to get the lab key, so she
Right.
could jump ahead here.
Well, no, yeah, because you're not going to finish that. Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Well, she'd get placement before anybody else.
So
I think I'm
now,
going to risk this. I'm going to put this
The
right
acetylene,
I
aka
am.
the Kirkman compound.
acetylene. That's
here. He
got.
says it much better, though.
Yeah.
The accent makes acetylene sound great.
You could hear his accent in the live chat.
Yes. Acetylene. I can't
All
even
right.
do it.
All right.
All right, cool. So now we're back in the lab phase.
You didn't score. You didn't
I did
complete
not
anything?
score.
Leslie did.
Leslie
Sure
did.
did.
Leslie's on the board with 3.
She has now tied me.
I need to put these back in Darrell's sack. Or in that sack, I'm sorry. And I get to move up on my either lab phase or discovery. But I think I want to discover and trade more elements.
Yeah, I would agree.
Chris is going to kill me for pointing this one out. But Dice Hate Me does like games with sacks.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Think about Viva Java.
Starts going the tank route from defenders.
No.
All right, so now we reveal a
Thanks.
methane to refill the field, and then that's the end of the turn. So
That's
John
the
will pass
turn.
the key.
Pass. Am I the gatekeeper now?
You are the gatekeeper.
Oh, the keymaster. I'm the
A
keymaster.
keymaster.
Are you the gatekeeper?
The keymaster.
Ghostbusters reference. If you're too young and don't know it, I'm very sorry.
That would
We
make
have
me
been
sad.
scolded that this is a family broadcast.
Right. I'm sorry. I have.
Was that Chris?
We have
Sorry,
received.
Chris.
We have received some complaints about that in the past, so we are going to try to keep it a little.
Okay. Start with your discovery. I'll keep John quiet and playing.
Now, the difference is I get to draw 3 elements here, but I only have room to keep 4 on my lab table,
You have
correct?
room to keep 2. You have 2 spaces.
Well, what
A
I'm
total
saying
of
is in
4.
the end of my turn.
Yes.
At the end of your turn,
Right.
or no, at the end of
this
the
phase.
discovery
Phase.
phase.
Yes.
So I'm going to draw 3, and I just kind of like to leave mine up here, so
Did you not watch the
they're kind of
tutorial?
separate. I know how to play. I'm just trying to help out. I'll just be quiet.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Let the woman speak.
Ah!
Man, that's a whole lot of nitrogen.
The 4th rarest element, and you just keep pulling it out over there.
I only get to draw
Was it
2.
Third.
3rd.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got a
it.
sulfur
4th on the list.
and a nitrogen.
Oh, you got sulfur too.
But Lesley do the oxygen. She put all the oxygen in a certain corner.
You've got a carbon that you're in need of, Lesley.
I
have
am
a carbon,
in need of a
and
carbon.
I would love an oxygen. You don't seem to be in the market for any oxygen right now.
John's kind of. Oh, I don't know. That means you get to finish another compound.
Yeah, but you're gonna get more. You're gonna get more points from me, and it's gonna help you out because you're gonna get to move a little faster
Maybe.
on something that's flammable.
Maybe, but
This
if
is like,
Darrell
help
uses
me,
his
help
wild,
you. Help me, help you.
Well, come on, that's the kind of game this
John,
is.
you could just kind of use your wild, and then you could, if you
I don't-
really want.
I don't want to
finish
use the
that.
wild because I'm kind of
Alright, here's my concern.
confused by the wild.
Just to narrate a little bit, if I give you my oxygen and you clear this out, and for some reason Darrell decides to use his wild, I'm one step closer to a possible lab fire coming out of that pile.
But my carbon is going to help you move faster. I mean, that's going to give you 2. You're going to be able to put both of your
All right, I'm gonna
elements
risk
on
it.
there.
This is against my better judgment, but I'll trade you.
I appreciate
We'll
that.
see what happens.
I'm not going to trade at this point. I'm going to hold on to all my nitrogen.
You want to trade a nitrogen for nitrogen?
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool.
That sounds like an
Great,
awesome
thanks.
deal.
I like it.
I'll trade you a sulfur for the calcium.
I'm good.
All
I don't
right.
need the sulfur at this moment.
So because I'm over,
And no, I'm not going to let you complete that in one
No,
shot.
I don't want that. I want the oxygen. The oxygen is for the hydrogen
you
oxide.
could easily move. We see where you're going.
Uh-huh.
So at the end of this round, or this particular phase, I have to discard this.
Yeah,
right?
we're done trading.
There's plenty of nitrogen on the table. I don't think it's gonna be of that much value to
Our
you
birds,
right now.
our boards are Smurfy.
Our boards are Smurfy.
So, we're going to study. Lesley, you have one.
Obviously, I already started this one, and I want that one, so I'm going to go ahead and take it.
And I'm keeping right where I'm at.
I am also gonna keep where I'm at. There's no better place for me to be right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So
in both cases.
let's place. I am going to pull the Winters rule and do 3 for 1, trading in 3 of my nitrogen
Oh, clever.
The Winters rule, named after Luke Winters.
and pulling out an oxygen.
I felt like I was in the
then place.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade there for a second, the way you said that.
Look at that. What?
That's one of the things I stress to people who participate in the Card Trunk Entertainment Unpub program is that being a playtester in lots of different games increases the possibility of a rule being named after you. Some people like that sort of thing.
It was the winter theory. Sounds scientific that way. But anyway, so everyone's placed out.
Everyone has placed out. We have all done our research.
So we skip to the lab.
We skipped to the lab phase. Lesley hasn't finished anything.
Nope.
You have finished your
have.
hydroxylamine.
Yep.
Hydroxylamine?
And now I'm on carbon. And there's a train.
So he has just scored 6 points and he'll move up on his discovery test tube.
Yes, I will.
Or his lab.
And I get
Or his lab.
the lab key. The lab key I can discard at the conclusion of the lab phase to take the lab key from whoever's having it. So pretty much it skips back to me being first player again.
Alright, I have finished my hydrogen oxide.
Green
So
moves
I
3.
score another 3 points.
I'm not alone on carbon.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
So I then move up on my discovery, which is awesome. Tacular.
Nice.
And I get that 3 points. They come here. Sweet.
So you move John 3. Okay.
Yep. John's 3. I'm 3. And we'll flip. Another acetylene. And ozone.
Ah,
Ozone.
Ozone.
3 O's in a triangle formation.
all right. There you go, Darrell.
Thank you very much.
Again, that reference is from the 80s.
Keymaster.
I should get printed on these things. Cannot replicate. Can't make a spare.
It's against federal law to tear this off the mattress.
That's correct. Discovery. So I went up on Discovery, so I draw 3. Hey, look at that!
Oh, he got a one. Yeah, I get to draw 3 as well because I'm up on the Discovery. So we're all up on the Discovery.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Ooh, 2 oxygens and a nitrogen.
Excuse me, and I
That is
also
not
get to
nitrogen,
draw
that's
3.
hydrogen. Sorry.
The other perk.
Oh, come on.
The other perk of being able to hold on to your compounds is you can verify the score at the end. Because once you get the game down, it kind of moves really quick and gets a little hectic. So.
Well, Lesley, I will absolutely trade you a hydrogen for a carbon. It will help you complete your compound, which you're unable to do without me.
He's got a point.
That's a deal.
I'd like some nitrogen.
I happen to have a nitrogen I can spare. I'm looking for a calcium.
2 for 1?
No, I need one.
I'll give
I
you
need
2
one of my
nitrogen
nitrogens.
for 1 calcium.
You
really?
just traded 3 of your nitrogens away. I don't want to. Well, bang! I lost that.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna ditch this carbon here.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely keep the carbon. Now it looks like.
She's gonna complete acetylene this turn. Well, that's not gonna affect anybody yet. So she
John,
might actually
please
hold
right
off.
here, John. Please right here.
No, I'm gonna hold that.
You want some elements on that. You want some meat on those
You put
potatoes.
it right there.
I'm gonna hold on to that for a minute, and I will lose the hydrogen because I have to go down to 4 elements. Okay, so there we have finished the discovery phase. We're in the study. Darrell gets to claim a compound first.
Big surprise.
He went
Nitrous
for nitrous
oxide, aka laughing gas.
Ha. Or no.
No.
No. Sorry. And I will claim a nitrous oxide as well, but I'll take the one up here.
And I've already claimed there, and I'm staying there.
Disco.
Okay, so that's the study phase. Now we're into the research phase. I have placed a nitrogen and a carbon on my calcium cyanamide.
There's nitrogen and oxygen. I just need one more nitrogen, which I already have.
This might be helpful for the viewers at home.
You want to turn them all?
Oh, I mean, we can do that really quick. I don't know that you guys get the definition that you can see them the way that they're intended.
This can
to
go on
see.
the blooper reel.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I don't know how high res the web broadcast is, but
Hey,
we're using high def cameras.
now I feel like I'm actually helping you, not just sitting here playing a game. All right, so we have all researched. Everybody's placed 2 elements. And now we get into the lab phase. Who has completed a compound this turn?
John has.
Not. It would
You
be
have
really.
too. Oh, you
Really?
haven't. Great. Sorry.
No,
Really?
somebody.
Somebody went ahead and capped that one off, huh?
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't let that one simmer as like a threat, as in, But no, that's cool. It will get flames rolling. That's fine.
So she has acetylene.
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 I know it's acetylene,
Oh.
but I was using
So
the
because I completed this
past
compound,
tense. Okay, fine.
its ability is that it's going to automatically send off
Correct.
a lab fire.
It has a circle icon, so therefore it's a chemical reaction, and they're instant as soon as you score. So let's move you up on the score
Moving up
first.
on the research.
And pretty much, so triggers a lab fire upon its completion. So you can move that one out actually. So everything will get a flame token that is flammable. This is going to blow up. This one's going to blow up.
This one's blowing up.
Yep. So I didn't complete. John didn't complete. So
We
the
know.
ones that blow up are now discarded.
Explosions can get a little messy. Please sit a little farther away from the screen while this plays itself out.
This just verifies that you need to complete your fire extinguishers. Now, you normally cannot trigger into 2 lab fires. The exception is if someone sets off acetylene, a lab fire can occur.
Oh, and there was
Did not
one.
occur.
No
It's
lab
coming.
fire. Lab fire is a card in the deck.
So, all right, lab key. Here you go, John.
I get to have lab keys. Not going to take it from me this time. So we're now in the discovery phase, and I get to draw 3 elements.
If you drew 3 compounds, that would just be game over.
No, I would. My score would not
Look,
be
it
that.
drew hydrogen peroxide, acetylene, and nitrous.
Remind us how the game does end, though, if you don't mind.
Sorry, I just need to let my whistle there. The game ends with someone getting 50 points, or 3 of the 4 experiments maxing out. In those instances, we will have one more turn. The highest point will be the winner. If, for some reason, we are unable to refill this research field, the game ends immediately. So there is no additional turn. The game will end at the end of the current turn, and winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, those in my head.
I'm sorry.
You went there. I'll be there the rest of the night.
It's Triple D. I'm addicted to the show.
Lesley, I am. Now that we've drawn our compounds, our elements. Sorry, I apologize. I did not get the one element I'm truly looking for, so I was wondering if you are interested in trading one of your calciums. I have obviously a plethora of items I could trade you, but I don't know where you're going and what you're going to be into. So,
What should you be into? Man.
well, I mean,
You want to trade the calcium for a sulfur? How about 2 calcium for a sulfur?
I only need 1 calcium, but I would. I'll take 2 for a sulfur. I have no problem with that.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. But I'll trade 1 for 1.
1 for 1? I like that. That's good. So now I got that. Do you, by any chance, need your oxygen? Want your oxygen?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I also want to stress real quick while you guys are cutting this out, talk to the viewers, that this is just the prototype mock-up. This is not final. Some of the artwork is still tweaking and changing. Case in point, the fire extinguisher art is actually incorrect. It says 3, but it's actually 4 points.
It's the first time I
changed.
played with a fire extinguisher. Sorry. So yes, I don't have.
I don't need anything.
I'm actually interested in your nitrogen though. If there's anything.
Oh, really?
Anything, yeah.
Well, then perhaps we can do business, sir.
I have 2 hydrogens and a carbon that I'm willing to trade.
How about the carbon?
All right. You may have the carbon.
Thank you.
I'm getting rid of these because I'm not giving them to anybody.
And I'm ditching the carbon because I didn't need it. I was
Oh,
just being nice to
I'll
John.
trade back in.
Well, I appreciate the niceness. I like people being nice to me. It's all about, making the
It's
compound.
all downhill from here.
We're all lab compounded.
Everyone's nice in the beginning.
They are.
All right,
Stuff's
so
blowing up.
we have discovered.
Study.
Now we're in the study phase. I have my 2 out there. I am going to keep both of them where they are at this point.
Lesley?
Taking a calcium oxide.
Jeez, really? I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I'm staying.
Awesome. I am not going to stay. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
So you
I was in.
passed.
I was in a different phase. I was thinking ahead.
All right, let's place out.
Yeah. Okay. I have placed one on my calcium cyanamide and one on my nitrous oxide. I put a nitrogen.
And I placed and filled my calcium oxide.
Awesome, and he has filled up his nitrous oxide as well. So that's great business. We're all going to score some points this time. I'll start since I've got the key, and I get my calcium cyanamide. Take that back. I drop these
I'll put them in there for you.
in the bag, and I gain 6 points.
Nice.
And I'm going to move 1 up on the lab.
Very nice. Now, in the final version, when you move up, there will be a little piece that you'll move over, like a little punch board that signifies you have that space available.
Gotcha.
So, Lesley, you finished yours.
Just,
So, John, I'm sorry, you moved
I
6.
moved
I
up
get 6
3.
points, so I'm up at 12, whatever 12
And
is.
I'm not going to
compared
move on the study phase. I too am moving on the lab phase because I want to be able to keep more elements.
And you got 3, I'm sorry?
Yep, 3.
So we're at sodium and magnesium and carbon for me, trailing.
I
I scored, that's right. I scored 2. Wow, this is a scoring round for everybody. Huzzah.
I am the magnificent magnesium.
And I am neon.
I like
Watch me glow.
watching love.
All right.
Gee, it'd be different if there was somebody here from Vegas.
All right, we ready?
We can make some neon jokes.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh!
It's a lab fire.
Lab fire will finish filling, and then the flames get dished out.
Here they come.
So,
one here, one
Here
here.
they
I got
come,
these 2
just
rows
burning
done.
up the street saying,
That one's
That
gets a flame.
goes, that goes.
We turn them a little bit sideways just so we know easily which one's going to blow up after all the flame tokens are dished out.
And there's no elements on any of them, so
no
they just go
elements are getting
bye-bye.
scattered. Yep, correct.
So because acetylene, it didn't go off because of that, if another lab fire happens to show up right now, it just gets discarded, correct?
yes, that is what would happen.
If you missed the How to Play video, we will be posting it up on Kickstarter or on the Dice Hate Me website and on Card Trunk website as well.
On our YouTube channel.
Correct.
So
Alright.
we have finished lab phase, and there you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I still get to draw 3, but the nice part is because I moved to my lab phase. I'll be
Oh
able to
man, that
draw.
just killed the compound I wanted to go for. I just realized that.
Oh, nuts.
Aw. There you go.
Your game has drama. It has disappointment. The agony of defeat.
I smell your defeat.
Why the personal attack? Why the personal attack? I'm drawing 3 this time. I know what I'm hoping for, and I got it. And lots of hydrogen. So where am I going to go after I finish what I'm doing?
I am going here.
Exactly.
I'm taking hydrogen oxide. Oh wait, guys, we're still in the trade phase. We're jumping
Yeah.
ahead here.
Oh, we are.
I've decided not to.
Yeah, 'cause
I wasn't
I
trading. I
might
think
need some
none of us
trade.
were trading, and that's why.
Really?
I don't know. I've got a hydrogen I'm willing to trade. If anybody's looking for a hydrogen, looks like you've got plenty of hydrogen, and it looks like you've got one. So I don't know if you want it. But if anybody's looking for hydrogen, I will entertain some deals.
I want a sulfur, but I have nothing to give Les that's going to be helpful. I know what she's going for, so no, we'll skip this one. Here you go.
I don't have to trade. I don't have to discard because I've got 5 places because of my lab.
I have to discard 2.
Oh,
So
I don't know. I might be able
now
to
you're
get
placing.
a sulfur, you said?
No, all I had to give you was hydrogen.
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. I'll just
Yeah,
drop it on the
exactly.
floor. I'll pick it up. Okay. I'm coming over here.
Okay.
When do I get to do this? What's this thing right here?
You will place that as if it's an element on your space. It can be anything except for
okay.
sulfur.
All right, I'm gonna put mine out on the hydrogen peroxide.
You can also trade it, and if you don't use it or trade it at the end of the game, it's worth 2 points.
The wild token.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I never got my safety goggles. I forgot to get my safety goggles. Thank you. And it was just, I think it was just out of camera shot. Safety goggles.
Yeah.
That's for the extra fun party version. We'll be making safety goggles with different densities of and thickness and colors, so you can play the game
They make those.
like you're
They
like
make you
inebriated.
feel like, exactly,
Yeah.
or blind.
Okay, so
Alright,
I've got my
so-
safety goggles. We've placed in our study phase, and now it's time to research.
Yep. I can place 3 elements now, so
I can as well. I'm using my wild, folks.
I placed 2 in my nitrous oxide. I cannot place 3 elements yet.
Good.
Next turn, in the Holy Land.
Really? Really?
What?
You're going that route?
Now, what is she doing that's, because I'm missing something. What is,
She's about to get a Bunsen burner.
okay, and the Bunsen burner says, you may discard, in the research phase, you may discard to add 1 flame token to any compound without one. Ah, so you can make
Sure can.
it explode faster.
She can even target currently non-flammable compounds to make them flammable. That's why each card has a 2 spaces at the base of it.
Okay,
So do they need 2 flame tokens?
Yes.
so something that
August,
is...
November. That's a new change for me.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's
big.
I remember hearing about that, but not actually experiencing it.
Yeah.
Now, something else that maybe we want to get to in a minute. I don't know. Let's wait. I'll let us get to it.
All right. So now we've done that. It's my turn
Yep.
to take stuff back.
Yep.
So where does my wild go, Darrell? Now
You
that I
discard it. We'll just put it by the scoreboard. You don't have
Alright.
it anymore.
So she used her wild. So that's how many points did she lost for not keeping it?
2.
2.
But she used it to get 6 or 5. So then she's at sulfur.
And I also need a Bunsen burner. Watch out.
Oh, here she comes.
The red flame of death.
So that kind of adds does that add a take that element to the game, you believe?
A little bit.
A little
bit. You got the fire extinguisher to target it, and there's obviously negotiation. It starts a cold war. That's a lot.
Excuse me.
Cold War. Mutually assured destruction?
Yes, very much so.
Fair enough. So I also gained my 4 points for my nitrous oxide. I'll drop those in the bag. Take
Did
my
you move
token
me on the
back.
score track?
I did.
Yes,
Okay.
yes he did.
And John,
He's now going to move me 4.
4.
And I'm going to move up on the research track. Now, I have moved up on all 4 of my tracks. I'm on the second
Oh,
level.
I forgot to
Very nice.
move. Do I want to get more elements? Place more elements?
So that means my next turn I'm going to be able to place 3 elements. I get to draw 3, I can have 2 claim tokens, and I can research, I can place 3 claim tokens, and I have 5 slots to fill up on my player board. Right now 3 of them are taken, so in a minute I'm going to draw something and I'm going to have to discard something.
Correct. Okay, so we will refill.
And something with sulfur comes up. And there's a lab fire.
So token gets 1. That will blow up.
Mm-hmm.
We like blowing stuff up.
That one and that one. And so these will get discarded. It's 2 uneventful lab fires.
That's okay.
Don't worry, folks. It gets crazy soon.
It's not that they're uneventful, because they are eventful. You lost something that was very near and dear to what you wanted to play in your next turn.
Yeah, I was going for something larger last turn, so. All right.
Alright, pass the key,
Thank you.
pass the bag.
So now I'm discovering 4.
And I am pulling 3.
Might as well, I'm only still pulling 3.
Okay, so I am in the mood for a oxygen. Is anybody looking for a nitrogen or a hydrogen?
No, but I am looking for a carbon.
Lesley, you're not interested in partying with an oxygen at this
I'm not at this juncture now.
Okay.
Sweetie, can I get your...
Don't use your husband talk on me.
Can I get a carbon?
For what?
Name a pick.
Anything in the store to Darrell. 2 calciums, 1 carbon, 1 oxygen,
1
and a
hydrogen.
hydrogen. So you could trade a carbon for a carbon. He's opened himself up to that deal.
Except for the carbon.
So that has significantly
There you
decreased your choices by 1.
I have a calcium, an oxygen, and a hydrogen.
He'll give you all 4.
Price could be yours.
Darrell wants a graduated cylinder.
Which does what? In the lab phase, you may move any 1 experiment you own down 1 level to move 1 up 1 level.
I'll explain it when I get it.
Yeah. If you get it, I don't know if I'm going to let you have that one.
Please.
No, I don't. No. Okay. What's the plus sign do again?
All right, this is another chemical reaction. There's 2 in the game. This is the other one. This is called a grant. What Grant does is upon completion, he will score 6 points. He'll move up on his liquid, but then he has to choose an opponent and one of their 4 experiments. They get to move that experiment up 1 level. He gets to choose.
You
See,
know?
the problem is if I trade you something, then I'm going to have to discard something anyway. So, I love you, but I'm not giving it to you.
Lesley, I'm going to make an offer here. I don't know exactly what you're doing this
Give
turn,
me
but all of a sudden,
quality,
thank
yeah.
you for reminding me about the grants. I don't know what your plan is. But if you would like to move up this turn on one of your test tubes, if you were to use 1 oxygen for me to complete that, I will move you up on the test tube of your choice.
So, if I give Darrell the carbon?
No. If
Oh.
you were to use 1 of your oxygens to help me here, I will help you move up on
I have
one.
my own plan. I love
I
you
know.
both dearly.
Okay,
I'm not doing that, and I'm not giving you a carbon. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
That was like a soap opera.
It's not. I mean, I understand the wheeling and dealing, but I have a plan, and helping both of you is not part of it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I am good to play with, but I'm extremely competitive.
Well, Darrell,
it's a fault.
I'm all ears now.
All of a sudden, you have an oxygen.
I do have an oxygen,
and I have a grant that is what I'm going to be going for this turn. How can I help you to make? I mean, obviously, I want to throw three on that, and then if you were to throw one on here, I will send you up on one of your test tubes.
I will place an oxygen on your compound for you for that.
Awesome.
I'll take one of my placement for that one.
Right on.
Oh, there's got to be a better symbol than that. Compounded. Yeah.
Yeah, it's compounded, so we pound it.
You pound it?
Yeah, we pound it.
That was very good. Quick thinking.
Well, should we do the explosion thing where we're hitting?
Alright.
Yeah. Share the same germs on
I hear everyone rolling their eyes.
Yeah.
You want to borrow my beverage?
Yes.
Don't get in shot because we're not sponsoring them.
Frosty beverage. Delicious.
Okay, so now we have
tea, folks.
finished the
Iced tea.
discovery phase. So now we're in the study, so we're claiming things. Darrell, it's your
My claim.
your claim.
What the heck am I going for?
I don't know, but you better do it quick. No.
I'm still going to go for it.
All right. What was I going to go for? I forgot.
You were already here.
I'm already there, but I've got another one I can put out there.
Now remember, you don't have to place them. You can hold it.
I can't. Have you met me?
Yeah, I know.
Because that's the kind of guy I am.
You're going for another grand? Oh.
I was thinking about it. I honestly was. I was thinking about going for one of these. All right, fine. I can move.
You can always move it.
I can move it if I don't want.
I too am going for the grant in hydrogen peroxide.
Wow.
The grant. Never mind. That would be a bad joke.
Okay. So now we'll go right into place.
We go into placing. I am placing 3, 2 hydrogens and an oxygen.
I'm placing 4 because I can. I'm completing that compound in one turn.
And I placed one of my 3 on John's as promised. And there we go. I'm a little anal in getting him in the circles. I apologize.
Not just anal about getting him in the circles.
Okay. So everyone's placed out, so now we go to the lab phase. I didn't complete anything, so pass, John.
I did complete something with the help of Darrell. So I'm going to get 6 points.
You're at titanium, sir.
I'm going to move up on my discovery. I'm going to drop those in the bag. And Darrell, what would you...
I could use the lab or the lab or even the discovery.
I will let you move up on the lab.
Okay.
I've seen a need for you needing to move up on the lab.
So I also completed one. Do I get to choose whom and where they move?
You have to, yes.
But I get to choose where people move.
Correct.
Yes, you may.
So pick one of us. Look at the leaderboard here. That's your help.
Darrell, you can move up on your study.
Woohoo! Free study.
Which you'll be able to move down and move up where else you want once you get your...
Maybe.
There's a good probability a lab fire's coming up. I could maybe use my Bunsen
Can
burner.
I ask a question here?
Yes.
What is in the two phase here on the study? There's
You will
a
get
little,
the journal.
I get
tool.
the journal. Oh, okay.
Because studying allows you to write a journal.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I was like looking at that thinking, it looks like a book, but it doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I'll read what it is when somebody gets it too.
Okay.
So, all right. So everyone's scored. So now we refill. Ammonia.
Ammonia
And calcium
sounds like a
hydride.
country.
Ammonia.
Ammonia.
Not Imodium. He doesn't have a problem.
No.
Awesome. I am drawing 4 tokens. Of course, I can still only keep so many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I've got carbon, Darrell, if you don't draw one.
I want carbon. I want carbon. I want carbon.
Means you probably won't get it. That's just how this game rolls sometimes.
I'm pulling
It's a luck
4.
of the draw.
Oh! Alright. Well, I could trade for it, though.
Now,
What's up?
my question well, you don't necessarily have trade for it. You also have your
That's
one.
correct. I do have it.
let's say I went for the calcium carbide there, like you did. The lab fire doesn't come up until it's gone, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And she can't target the
I
Bunsen
should have
burner
drawn 4
because
last
it has a
time.
flame token over it.
Okay.
That's my fault. Everyone was drawing the
It's
right
trade
ones, right?
phase, let's
I
not-
forgot and didn't
Yeah,
draw
I'm
what
sorry.
I
I'm
was supposed to.
not trying to jump ahead.
Lesley. Carbon?
My carbon is available.
Make him use his
I
wand.
have a wide assortment of hydrogen available to you.
Darrell, I think that maybe I'm just going to have you just keep in mind the gift that I'm giving you at this moment in time. So later on, when I need a gift of the same value, maybe you'll remember me.
Just remember that carbon is what makes diamonds.
I was thinking like,
Oh my gosh! Valentine's Day is coming up. Get a room, kids.
yeah.
All right, thank you.
Wait, we're in one of your rooms. Never mind. All right, so I have a nitrogen, an oxygen, and a hydrogen. Does anybody have an interest in one of those three?
I want the nitrogen.
You know, I could actually trade you the nitrogen for the oxygen.
Done.
All right, cool.
Now when can I play the Bunsen burner?
During the research phase. That's when we place elements out. So more or less, you blow it up before someone has a chance to put their elements on it. Otherwise,
Okay.
All right, so now we are in the study phase.
And let me remind you, you can only place it on compounds that do not have a flame token.
The compounds that do not have a flame token?
Yes, that's what it says. So you can't like blow up his stuff.
Sorry, I knew where
Yes.
John was going. That's what I was
Now, if he
aiming
was
for.
here, by all means, I had to discard this. You want to discard your hydrogen there?
Oh, I didn't? I'm sorry, I thought I did.
So, okay, so you
It's
place-
clear, I didn't see it.
I need to place.
So, I'm going to place as well.
I am going to move.
Zing. Oh. Very cool. All right.
Element time.
It is research.
Boogie, boogie,
Elemental.
boogie. Oops. Oops.
All right.
Yeah, if I had a Bunsen burner right now, you would not score that. I would have blown that to Kingdom Come.
I know, but luckily I was the only one that had one, so we're okay for now.
All right.
Yes, but now we're going to have graduated cylinders.
Mhm.
And we have now targets painted on our back. So, all right. So we are now moved into the lab phase.
Mhm.
I have scored.
John moves 5 points.
I have 5 points.
27. Cobalt.
And I get a
Lesley moves
graduated
6.
cylinder.
I'm on 6.
You're
I
at
don't
nickel.
get anything. I'm on nickel.
Nickel.
Nice.
I'm going to move up on the lab
And I'm at argon.
instead of the study. So the graduated cylinder,
I'm going to move up on
I
the
may
lab as
move
well.
any one experiment I own down one level to move another one up one level.
I'm moving up on the study, so I get the journal and the graduated cylinder all in one turn.
Wow, that's nice.
So, the journal, whenever I score compounds, so during the lab phase, whenever I score compounds,
Oh.
I can keep one element off of those compounds.
You know, I'm gonna,
Not per compound, just one period.
may I take it back? I went up on the lab table, but I'd like to actually
Lab
do that.
fire.
Go to the study
Sure.
on that because that does sound like a good idea. I hadn't remembered what the journal did. I'm not sure if I actually knew that. So,
The journal's been around forever. For a while.
but not in. I don't believe it's done exactly that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yep.
Always has.
Okay.
So, once again, nothing blows up. That scatters elements yet. Obviously, in a larger game of 4 or 5 players, it's, yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I get to go first. I get to draw 4.
Leslie's drawing 4 from the bag. And Darrell is now drawing how many? 5?
4.
4. Only 4.
Hey, that's a good pull right there.
And I'm drawing 4.
That has formaldehyde written all over it.
Oh, 3 sulfurs. Now there's only
5 in the
sulfurs.
bag.
They're
And all
all
5 are
on the
out.
table. All sulfur is on the table.
That's a first. That is really a first.
And there's nothing out there that needs more than 1 sulfur.
Uh-uh.
Nuggets. Well, I know what I want now. I'm looking for a carbon.
Nope. I'm not trading it. I need it for my evil deeds. Actually, scratch that. I might.
I really need a calcium. That's what I would like, but...
No.
Nobody's got any.
John, you have oxygen? What do you need?
I have 2 oxygens and a hydrogen. Actually, I'm only interested in trading the hydrogen or any of my up to 2 of my sulfurs. I'm not really interested in trading one of my oxygens. Gotta be a nugget about that, you know what I'm saying?
Darrell, you want to get rid of your oxygen?
I don't think I do. Yeah, no, I don't think I do.
You don't want acetylene?
I don't want acetylene, no.
Okay.
I'm not going for acetylene. That would not help me right now.
Is there anything you'd want for your oxygen?
Wow.
All of a sudden, I just had a different thought, a different tactic. That's a little more me.
A fillet and a sweet potato with cinnamon and sugar.
Random.
Another slice of pizza.
Pizza can be had. There's
What
somebody
are you going for? What are you thinking? Oh, you're going for oxozone. No, that doesn't help me. No, I'm not gonna give you 6 points off the bat. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
Okay,
So I'm sorry. Nope. No. Nope.
fair enough.
Negative.
Then I have nothing to trade at this juncture.
So all right, I'm throwing my hydrogen back.
I am also throwing a hydrogen back.
That bag's explosive. All right.
That's a hydrogen-filled bag. So, Lesley, you now get 2 place a claim token.
Oh, the humanity.
This is a tough one for me.
It is. The board's kind of opened up here a little bit. So
You know what? I think I'm going to come over here. I haven't gotten this one yet. I'm going to go for that.
okay. I'm gonna claim the formaldehyde. John has 1. Now, typically, while John's thinking of this, if you have more than 1 claim token, so 2, so if I had both here, I'd place 1, everyone else would have a chance to move or place theirs, then I'd be able to place my second.
I'm going to ask this question because in earlier versions of the game, this is, I think, how it worked. If I complete that without a claim token on it?
You put a claim token on it.
Okay.
I was just getting ready to say I think I might blow that up.
You can, it's got a flame token.
I keep forgetting. This is a new thing for me. I'm sorry.
But
Calm down, Pyro.
But I could.
I think I've got to leave that on there.
All right. Yep. No,
Alright, I claim
understand.
mine. Anybody else?
I have both my claims are out there. So
Alright, let's place them.
I will lose the 2 points for a carbon.
What's gonna happen there? Nothing exciting. Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm going for my fire extinguisher. 2 people with
Oh.
Bunsen burner.
Now can I place over there
I
too?
do not like.
If you have enough placements.
Yeah, if you have enough placement,
Well, I mean, I get to place 4 and I only place 3.
then
so.
yes, you are good.
You only get the points from your extinguisher if it's
If
been completed. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So that's what I've done. I'm happy with what I've done.
All right.
I am as well.
Les,
So never finished anything.
you didn't? Okay, me, I get 5 points. Back in the board. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Maybe I'll take it.
Thank you. Awfully kind of you.
So I am going to complete mine. Now I get to, because of the book, I score this compound, I can take a calcium, an oxygen back.
Correct, which I forgot to do that, so
Okay.
my fault.
Cool. And so I'm going to score the 5 points. I'm going to move up on the research phase.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Wait, what did you just complete? Oh, okay.
the carbon sulfide, so that goes back.
That
into
didn't help. Yeah.
It does confuse every second myself. There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up on the research.
And you get yourself a nice Bunsen burner.
I have a nice Bunsen burner.
All right.
Burner de Bunsen.
Passing Darrell the lab key. We're refilling. Oh, nice.
We're okay.
And that comes up with a pipette.
Pipette.
Pipette changes the Winter Theory rule from 3-to-1 trade to a 2-to-1 trade. So.
Pipette is what's... Never mind.
Children show.
No, it wasn't going to be a dirty joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a good one. Patriotic.
Red, whites, and blues. So I am drawing 4. Awesome.
I get to draw 4 as well. Ooh, there you go.
You like the bumblebee thing going on over there.
I do.
And what do I got?
I have no idea.
Red, yellow, black and white. I don't know.
New Mexico's flags. It's yellow and red. I don't know what the black is.
All right, it is whatever. Okay, moving on.
I'm a well of just pointless knowledge. Okay, who's looking for what?
I would need green, but none of you guys have green.
Or do we?
I don't.
I don't.
And I don't even have a wild anymore.
You'll trade the carbon?
I have the ability to trade 2 sulfurs, 1 oxygen, a hydrogen, and a carbon if people...
I need a carbon. What are you looking for?
What am I looking for? I'm actually not sure that I'm looking for anything of right now. Let's see. What am I looking for later? I'll be looking for a hydrogen. I guess I'll definitely be looking for hydrogen soon.
Oh, I kind of need that hydrogen.
Sorry.
Darrell?
I'm good. I'm happy with what I have at the moment. I apologize. I'm not trying to be a stickler on this trade, but I have a plan. I have a 2-turn plan.
Sounds familiar. I said that earlier. You want
It
to get
just
rid of
sounded
the
better
sulfur,
when I said it.
but you want...
I'm going to get rid of the sulfur and the carbon for a hydrogen. Because I'm going to have to chuck them anyway.
I'll trade your hydrogen for the carbon.
Alright, you may have the carbon.
Thank you.
Of course, stupid me. Can't keep it.
Well, Lesley's got to discard 1 too. She's only can hold 6.
Can't keep it. Oh! Foul, evil plan. I just traded for something I can't keep. Nuts. I gave her the carbon.
Alright.
The,
Our tech
Catherine
person.
is so cute. She's
They got the
got
hiccups. It's hilarious.
the help has the hiccups.
Let him out, girl.
It's like a
all
Disney
right.
cartoon that fell in the X barrel that comes out. You know.
Yeah, yes. That's very true.
Oh my god.
Remember that Pluto one where Pluto falls in the
She's
barrel?
gonna start
I do.
singing any second.
Oh, the good old days.
She's turning red. She's turning red as this piece of tape. This piece of tape, whichever camera we're on right
They
now.
probably banned that cartoon though.
Drunk
That's
by
not right.
tape.
Drunk dogs. It's just not appropriate.
All right, so now where are we?
Study,
we are in the
study.
Yeah, study phase. So. Manoshevitz. I'm going here. Going for the pipette. Call me crazy.
I'm gonna try for the hydrogen peroxide.
All right. I'm not placing anything. I still am on the bottom of the study phase.
I am gonna move to this hydrogen peroxide.
Three for one.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now that's in addition to her placement or her.
No, that's research phase. We're moving on to research, right?
If you do it once per turn.
Got it. So I'm going to put.
I'm placing 2 of my 4 out here, and the other 2 over here on my hydrostalk acid.
I have 4 placements, so there's that.
There you go.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Everyone's done.
Everyone is done.
Disco.
Sorry,
So,
second
starting
time I
with me,
danced tonight.
I completed my fire extinguisher.
It's 3 points if he doesn't use it.
4.
4 points. I'm sorry.
It's
The
changed
art.
since we've done
The
that.
art is
Yes.
off.
Like I said, it's a prototype.
Prototype.
John completed his ozone.
I completed my ozone for 6 points and 6 on my research. I will keep one of them because I can, thanks to my journal.
And I completed calcium cyanide for 6 points.
Which you did.
And I also get the safety goggles. And I get to move up my study phase, so I get extra. Do here.
Okay.
Now the safety goggles are... Oh, that's yours. Sweet. Elements to place out. They still have the same placement limit, but it kind of gives them a large pull for that one phase, and then what they don't use of what they pulled goes back into the bag, but it kind of, increases their chance of getting that element that they've been hunting for.
Now, they can't just use what's there. I mean, they can use everything of what they've got? Or do they just have to use the stuff
They can use everything.
Okay.
Is there a question?
We've actually got a technical issue.
What's
Yes.
that?
If I move to the webcam, I get no sound, and it tells me that I cannot add extra layers when I try to add the sound from the side camera.
Okay, then just keep on this for the time. I'll get up and,
Yeah.
and fix it here. I think I know how to do that. So, I think we have to delete some of the layers that we have there.
Compound
that's what
science
we'll
came.
So,
Technology gets in the way.
yeah, it's every single time we cut, it adds a layer.
Gotcha. I got you.
Ustream's not nice, but whatever. Heads everyone.
Ustream is nice. Thank you, Ustream, for hosting our video tonight.
Well, everyone gets a
Fair enough.
commercial like every 2 minutes. And
Do they really?
Yeah, usually it's not. It's in a foreign language or something like that.
Next time we're going to actually try to use potentially Google Hangouts.
Google Hangout. Yeah.
We're gonna try that with the next play, but bear with us for this time, guys. We're really sorry about it. Or you can donate to unpub.net, and eventually we'll.
Yeah, the pro version's $100 a month.
Yeah. Eventually
All right.
we'll upgrade.
So, yeah, so we refilled. This passes over to you.
Passes over to me. You didn't keep it this time.
No, not yet.
I set it down in front of me. It's mine now. Okay, so we're in the discovery phase. I get to discover 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I get to discover 4 as well.
And 4 here as well.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am looking for a hydrogen. I'm looking for hydrogen.
Nitrogen.
Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Daryl, are you trying to get rid of those red ones?
What you want? What are you offering?
Pretty much anything.
Hmm.
What are you trying to complete here? Well, you kind of owe me from before.
I do.
So you can give me at
I'll
least
give
one
you
red
one red one.
Okay.
Why don't you give me the a carbon over there?
Okay. Deal.
Thank you.
Goes on tag. Sorry, I'm considering something.
While you're considering, let's try seeing if we can cut over to the other camera for the above shot. No, it's the Logitech one. Okay, so we're stuck at this angle.
It's okay. It's a good angle. You get to see
You get to see the trade negotiation.
The chemical mastermind.
So.
All right, so
you haven't decided yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we in the thingy thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was working on my decision, but then I was paying attention to something else. I'm very sorry. I'm still in the trading phase. Nobody has a
Yeah,
calcium.
we're still in the trading phase.
Nobody has a calcium I want. Is anybody got a hydrogen? Everybody needs their hydrogen, so okay. All right, I get it. I understand.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna keep that, and I will put the nitrogen back.
I'm gonna get rid of a carbon. I think. Yep, getting rid of a carbon.
Cool.
I think I made a bad decision. Oh well.
Well, that's your normal gameplay.
My normal gameplay is having made bad decisions, but
All right. So study phase. Starting with John.
all right. My study phase is going to be that.
And I'm snagging some formaldehyde.
I'm going to go for nitrous oxide in the bottom corner.
Moving up to this acetylene.
Well done, well done. Nicely played. All right, so now we're in the research phase.
Oh no, John's skipping right over top of me.
I'm sorry, it's
Where's
blue.
my Bunsen burner at? Let me see here.
I'm sorry.
I was just picking on you.
Let me adjust this camera real quick.
Go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a camera movement. I know this is weird. It's going to be a big crane swoop for this.
No, I'm just gonna cheat it even more than that.
Somebody's cheating, but not in the game. Tasty beverage break. It's iced tea. Because I don't get any different than that.
Yeah, I'm not going to place. After all that, I'm not even going to place. Okay.
After stopping me.
I am. I'm
okay.
sorry.
All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. So what?
She did nothing.
She did nothing.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to finish my hydroxylic acid,
I'm actually going to use my safety goggles.
and I'm going to throw a carbon on acetylene.
So I
Both of
would
them.
discover 4, so I get to draw 4 more by using my safety goggles. Right. I thought this was a very interesting time to try this.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to do safety goggles too. Because I have to use those, right?
Darrell, could you re-explain what the safety goggles do? Because
Yes.
that's when we were having our audio difficulties.
Not a problem. So the safety goggles, at the start of the research phase, which is now, they can discard their safety goggles to draw, to rediscover. So what they'll do is, whatever their discovery limit is 4. They will pull 4 extra elements out of the bag and set them aside. So now they have their normal element pool plus their additional 4 in both of their cases. So now they, have, say, 8 elements to pull from. They still have their placement limit of 4, but it kind of gives them a quick pull that if they're trying to pull a rare element. Or John's case, he has 6. So you place all, as if
You
it's
pull
all
6?
on your workbench.
I only pulled 4 because my discovery is 4.
Oh,
Research
sorry.
is
Of the
6.
4 that you pulled aside using the safety goggles, which you don't use, you can't keep, they go back into the bag. So it's just like a quick boost, and that's it.
I might have to wait here on what I'm doing. Let me see here. Alright, so now we place, right?
Yeah.
And I can use any of these?
Yep. What you don't use goes back in the bag, so.
So the carbon is not going to get used in my case. So I placed 3, and I have 3 more that I can place. Now, let's see.
You can throw carbon here. Throw carbon here.
I don't want to throw carbon there. I want to.
So how many did you place there? 3? You got 3 more?
Yeah. 3 more I can place. And I'm not going to help anybody else. You know what? Why not? Ooh, look at that. I can use that carbon right there.
There you go. Nice.
Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire.
Sweet carbon of fire extinguishing.
Yes.
All right, so that was that. I'm not sure that was the most impressive use of...
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Okay, so
So start off with the lab
Lab
phase there,
phase.
sir.
my lab phase, I finished off a hydrogen peroxide. I'm
39.
amazingly going to keep an oxygen,
You are in the end game row. We're almost at 50 points here.
and I get to give somebody else something.
Yeah, a little boost.
I get to give somebody
Booster
else
shot.
a little boost.
I'm behind.
Yeah. Okay, you may move up your lab. Because I have to.
Thank you.
And I move up, well, that one was blue, so I'm up to 5 on my
So
discovery.
you can draw 5, place 6.
Draw 5 and place 6.
Diminishing returns.
Alright, so my turn to move stuff.
Mhm.
Moving up in the discovery phase is I completed formaldehyde, so I get to move 5.
Very nice. 5 points for Lesley.
Get a dude
And
back.
wow, you're both tied at 39. And I get the score now. I'm at 30. I'm at zinc. So put those back in the bag for me, please. I get this. I get this. I can draw 5. And I get a
I should
pipette.
get bonus points for having all different elements. Should be like a St. Petersburg thing.
This is not Viva Java.
St. Petersburg.
Look, I got a rainbow blend of
They
compounds.
have all different people, like in St. Petersburg, so I should get a bonus. 35 points at the end of the game.
Alright, so everyone's scored out. So now we refill.
Yes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fire.
I think so too. Actually, wait, before we do this, I'm going to ditch the lab key. I'm going to get that back at the end of this turn.
Oh, mean.
Yep.
I've got these
There
ready.
it
I knew
is,
it was
right
coming.
there.
It's my favorite part. I love doing this. Just like in Catan, I have to place out all the pieces.
Blows.
That's my job. That goes.
Wait, are you saying your game blows? No, that was...
It sucks. That's what you're saying. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not any better.
As if that got better. Alright, so
It's
all
about
of
the
these blow
audience,
up.
sir.
No elements again. Man.
All these blue?
Yep.
Alright, gone. Oh my goodness gracious. That was a ton this game, this
Yep.
turn. That deck is gone.
And this is our second one, so we discard it and ignore it.
All
And
right.
there we go.
Alright.
Where'd that come from?
So Darrell didn't really
So I get the
use
lab
this-
key.
Yeah, I know you did.
Thank you.
So.
I'm drawing 5.
And I get to draw 5 as well.
Ba-da-ba-dum-boom. Ba-da-ba-dum-boom. Ba-dum-boom. Ba-da-ba-dum. Hey, man.
Darrell gets to claim first.
Well, we're trading.
Trading. It's getting close to the end of the game. I don't know how many people are going to be trading here.
I'm pretty happy with what I have, actually, at this moment. Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. And I mean that in every way possible.
Okay. Yep.
Do I need the engine overheating chip from Alien Frontiers to give you?
No.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Let's pull the... That's right. That's what's going on. Okay. Bagging them.
Why did Darrell take the lab key?
Yeah.
Ding!
Yeah. I knew it.
Yeah, I Yeah, it had to go. So you gift wrapped that one for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a good friend. I don't care what Lesley says.
There used to be a guy that lets you take your claims from one and move them to another one. Does that not exist anymore?
You just get to do that during the study phase.
No. There used to be a dude that you did that with. I don't remember. I mean, I do remember that.
The robber?
No. It wasn't a robber. It was something else. It doesn't matter. It's cool.
Okay.
That's alright. It wasn't what was happening here.
Alright, so we place him. And John, who are we placing?
I've got to consider because even until he did it, I didn't really think about it. So it's the stuff I'm sorry. Take a long time, cause I gotta think. Cause I can't do it.
Think.
This would be my first time winning this game.
I could do.
So John, I just need you to make a decision. So
if only I could figure it out.
Can I please have the beverage that is going to remain off screen again? Which actually
Not
has been
anymore.
on screen the entire time.
Yeah.
You can't tell. For your viewing enjoyment, while John is making his decision, who knows what cup this is? Oh, it's not.
All right. Cool.
I was even nice to you last turn.
You were.
I was even nice to you. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
I would have actually gotten a placement before you anyway. I would have gotten a claim token placement before you anyway. I just wanted to make sure she didn't.
Anybody else placing something?
No, I'm good. I'm placed out.
I'm considering.
Oh, yeah, John has a second one.
Excuse me.
Really? Okay. Research phase? John,
Yep.
before you start.
Yep.
Before you start.
You don't want me to end the game, huh?
I know, I want you to use your Bunsen burner on this or this right now.
She's not going to be able to do it. We get one more turn if I do this, don't we?
I'm going to blow them up at the end of this turn.
With what?
But
Acetylene?
how's he
Sorry, they didn't see the sinister smile.
I just finished my extinguisher.
You don't get it to the end of the turn.
Come on, guys. Stop doing this game.
I'm confused. You want me to do that?
Tap
Don't
that.
narrate. What are you doing? John is crafty and a very intelligent individual.
I'm
Let him
bartering.
make his own decision.
I am trading
Bartering
for a
why?
favor.
What did I do for you? What did I do to you?
I'm trading for a favor.
John, don't do it. Don't succumb to the peer pressure.
All right,
John, play the game.
Okay.
Play the game the way you want to.
So you want me to use that?
Yep.
I want you to use your oxygen for me, and not take that compound. You've denied her that compound. You denied me that compound. That was your stated goal.
I'm behind by.
I don't care. Your stated goal was to deny
John,
her that.
I have a better idea.
Your stated goal was to deny her that compound. Okay, so don't put your oxygen there. I was nice to you last turn. I'm going to do something
It's
you
too
want.
late.
I'm
No
going to do something
backsies.
you want me to do right
No
now.
backsies.
I'm going to do something you want me to do. If you
John,
want,
let's
okay?
blow it up together.
Use your oxygen.
John, why don't we both take our Bunsen burners and blow up Darrell's ozone?
Because only one flame token will be put on it. You can put a flame token on it, but they're both my compounds, so I get to choose which order I want to score them.
So, my only question is this, because again, if I finish that compound, which moves me up on my study, I've maxed out 3 and I end the game, but we all get one more turn?
One more turn. And I'm all for it, but I need those points. You know I need those points.
Yeah, but that doesn't help to keep from John.
Fine.
John from
Okay,
winning.
never mind. Forget I said anything.
No, I'm just trying to... How's she going to complete that? Anyway,
I'm
she
not.
can't even complete both of them. So we don't...
That's true.
yeah,
She can't
what
complete either
he's-
this turn, but she's gonna get the fire extinguisher her next turn. So
What he's saying is, you could blow this up.
you put a flame on it, and then I will blow it up. So those hydrogen elements will We're not going to go anywhere helpful. Never mind. Forget it. I was
Yeah.
asking.
Okay.
It's all right. All right. Here we go.
All that drama over nothing.
I know.
He's right. It could have made a slight difference, but it's not going to because
Did the crowd go wild?
Yes, they did.
They were urging you to do it.
They want.
is that what they said? People wanted John to blow up my stuff.
I see
We
a do it
had
John
one-
in caps.
We see a do it, John. We
Who
also
said that?
see
Wait,
King Scott King.
We should have taken a vote.
Who-
we should have
wait.
taken a vote.
Who said do it, John?
King Scott King what?
Scott King. Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Hold on a minute.
all right. Scott,
I met him at Unpub, right?
Yep.
With his lovely wife,
Yep.
and they backed this game.
Yep.
Scott, I was nice to you. I was so nice to you. I checked you in.
all right. We'll save some.
Save for the last turn. Though.
Save for the last turn.
I invited Scott to our house to play games.
Okay,
Rescinded.
All right.
this is what you get when you want interactive people.
That's right.
Gotta love the World Wide Webs
I'm not
and
doing
caffeine,
that.
and it feels so late. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
even
doing
think it's that
that.
late
I'm
at
doing
all,
this.
is it?
Shh. Darrell's talking about his turn.
I don't care.
Doing that. So for my last placement, I used the pipette, completed an unclaimed compound, and because I did it, I get to put my claim token on it. It's mine.
But you can't have more than one pipette, right?
My precious. No, I cannot have more than one graduated cylinder. So I'm doing it for the points, not for the tool.
Okay.
He's doing it for the points and because he's a tool.
Yeah. Good one, John. Compound it.
All right. All right, so now we start scoring. So I got 6 plus 5. That's 11 points.
I am
That's
flipping
right.
over my extinguisher. That's really worth 4, but it says 3.
And hey, look at that. I'm going to move lab up and my research up. I've now maxed 3 of the 4. So the next turn will be the last turn. And John's maxing 3 of his 4 out as well. And he gets 3 points.
And somehow, though I was doing so well most of the game, I'm keeping the green one. No, I'm keeping the oxygen. I'm going to be the one that loses.
Are you upset that there's no runaway leader in this game? Is that
No.
That's what it sounds like.
No. I just feel that I've been playing very well the entire game.
You've
but
been
here-
playing incredibly well.
and
If you use the Bunsen burner,
but that's not me.
look, you're still winning.
I'm 4 points behind both of you.
Well, I finished that. Then your turn.
Yes. Sorry, I'm a sore loser. Everybody knows it.
There we go.
It's coming to you, John.
Game is still better than Kingdom Builder.
Yeah. Can I put that quote on the box? It's better than Kingdom Builder.
Do we own Kingdom Builder?
We do.
I like Kingdom Builder.
Yeah. That's the game that John just you lose it in the first turn.
John doesn't like Stone Age.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, great. Now John is losing, and it's become Bash John's taste in games. I still
say-
love Compounded. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just
Oh
saying.
no, we know that.
Just saying
But
I'm
you're
sore
comparing
loser.
it to games that are fun. I don't know.
I'm comparing it to games that are fun. Why is that a bad thing? We want people to think Compounded is good.
I get that, but
It's okay. It's all right.
your distaste in games is not as bad as your distaste in movies.
Thank you. Keep telling Compound's great. Thanks.
I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have done that. People can zoom in on those numbers.
I can't see that. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Really go after my bank account. Whatever.
There's nothing in there.
Don't design games to make money.
I drain it.
All right. What can I do here this turn? This is it. Oh, and I also want to stress: any elements on compounds that you own that are uncompleted at the end of the turn are worth 1 point. Elements on your lab table for every 2 is worth 1 point. So
I'm interested in your calcium.
okay, I'm down with that.
I'm interested in your calcium too. You can have any of these things. Except the sulfur. Just kidding.
Any of those things, huh? How badly do you want the calcium?
She wants it for the 7 points.
Oh!
You want it for the 7 points.
No, I don't have a sulfur. I'm not looking for the 7 points.
Okay. How about this? Yes, I will trade you the calcium.
Who?
Lesley.
He has to sleep in the same bed with me tonight. That's why he's
In exchange for hydrogen and a carbon. I want both. 2 for 1.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know what he's doing.
Scott King's gonna get his way here in a minute. I have something for you.
No, I'm probably going to do something that you're not expecting.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Can I Bunsen burner my own thing
Yeah.
before somebody else gets a chance to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
I can.
Yes. Yep.
Do you need both of your oxygens, or are you now interested in potentially trading
This
an
is a
oxygen?
complete plot against me.
I'll trade an oxygen.
You guys are rubbing knees under the table to like send messages. or
We are
something.
rubbing knees.
I'm not touching I'm not touching his knees.
That's what that sound was.
Um,
Dry skin.
Unfortunately, I need to keep the nitrogen.
give me the carbon.
How many?
Yeah, 2.
Oh, I just need 1. So,
Oh.
do you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me consider. No, that's fine.
Opa.
All right. So, okay, I've got to check that one back. Yeah. Okay. What?
No, what are you doing?
Okay.
This is a real
The
game.
study phase. The study phase.
You're not tutoring people.
I'm not tutoring anybody. I'm just.
You're trying to help John too much.
Okay.
Not
so,
Okay. Research phase not yet. It's the study phase right now, sweetie. So you keeping both of those?
Yep.
John, you movie?
no.
Blocker. What the hey?
Plus. No, you're keeping. I'm obviously keeping. All right. Research phase.
Research phase. Come to the research.
AKA the Bunsen burner phase.
So, the concept is I'm supposed to do this to the ammonia?
I thought she was going to go for that. And I was going to say, just take it out of the water.
Yeah. Well, I
But,
didn't want to allow that as a
Yeah, you
potential.
could do it with ammonia, but it's...
That's not going to kill it. So, I mean, there's nothing that I'm going to kill out there right now.
Yeah. I wanted you to keep your hydrogen, because I was going to move off of this,
I don't want to.
let you claim it, and finish it.
It's fine. I'm not using the Bunsen burner. That's fine. So,
Okay.
now we get to place things.
I can use the Bunsen burner on John's carbonyl sulfide, right?
Yeah.
And then if your acetylene goes off,
Unfortunately, carbonyl sulfide is not a real compound, so you can't... It's not out here. You mean calcium sulfide?
what's this one say?
Oh.
Carbonyl sulfide.
I'm sorry, what does that say?
I thought it was
Did you
this
write this game?
chemically
Oh,
accurate.
sorry. I thought it was this one because it has one flame on it.
So, back to my question.
Yes.
If I Bunsen burner that,
Yes.
and then your acetylene goes off,
But my acetylene goes off after both of you score. If he was setting off the acetylene,
I'm just gonna
it would
Bunsen
affect
burner
you
it
and
for the
I.
heck of it because it's fun. Could not. Nope.
No.
Just kidding. All right, we're gonna Bunsen burner that just for fun.
Okay.
Just because I want to use my Bunsen burner.
Yep.
All right, I'm placing.
Yeah,
Everyone's
his tools
placing
aren't
here.
worth points at the end of the game, so. Tick, 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 tick. All right.
It boggles my mind. He kept on talking about he would make things. He was going to make things explode with that. All right, that's how he's going to make things explode. I get it. I'm there now.
Thanks for catching up.
Yeah. Well, I figure, you know.
We didn't have anything blow up, ladies and gentlemen. We're sorry. There were no compounds blown up everywhere. Too strategic today.
You should say sorry to Chris because that hurts him deeply. That
It does.
No one burned anything up.
It's John's fault.
So that's 2 placements. I still have 4 more
It's the
left.
type of player I am. I don't use that kind of tactic. And
You're right. Let's do it again after this and just be as mean as we can to people. No mercy.
I'm using my pipette.
No
1, 2
mercy,
for
no
1.
trading. Blow everything up.
I'm gonna nitrogen. So it's 3, 4, 5, and I was 1 element short. Oh, 6. Boom! There we go. Okay. So, everyone's placed?
Yep.
John? John gets 5.
I get 9.
Nice, I didn't even see that one. So John's at 51.
I get 5.
Lesley gets 5.
And I move up on my lab twice.
Nice. And I get... I'll score this one first. So that's 6 points. That's 47. And I get safety goggles. And... suddenly blow everything up. That's flammable.
Now, how many points do I get for this?
At
we
the end of
doing
the
that
game, we're
yet?
not there yet.
Okay.
Not there yet. So I got 5 more points. For 5. And then flame tokens, which
Doesn't really matter.
except for John's, but he doesn't have anything on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, doesn't really matter. It will do.
Darrell pulled out the victory in this one.
I'll still do it for. This would be the second time I've ever won my own game. And this would have been the last turn anyway. So there you go. All right, so Lesley gets 2 points for these.
And 1 point for
John, 1. Oh no, hold on. I'm sorry. I should have started with you. I apologize. So you get 1 point for having 2 elements. Lesley got 2 from that, and 1 for that, and you still have your fire extinguisher, so 4 more.
Close game.
And then me, none. I get 4 points. 56.
Very close game, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
that is the game. I win with 56. John is in second with 52, and Leslie's in third with 51.
I take it back with some cunning plays where I was able to come into a second place instead.
I think
of a loss.
I think using your Bunsen burner in a couple places you could have pulled out a win there, even against me. But I mean, I had this, but both of you had Bunsen burners, so I was just trying to stave you guys off. That's why I had to focus to this.
Yeah, and if I had gotten a fire extinguisher, I'd be up there with you.
Yeah. So now this is wrapped. Let me put the camera. I'll move the camera back up. I have to lose. I got it. Katherine. It's not gonna. Yeah.
I can get it.
It's the first one.
Hi,
Use your hand
extreme
on there.
close-up
That.
of Leslie's eye. So not only do we get a chemistry lesson, we get an ophthalmology
So
lesson.
while we're fixing the camera, if anyone's got any questions after the game, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Feel free to shoot.
We'll take questions and we'll try to answer them.
Towards me. There you go. And
Love it. There we go.
tighten it, and then you zoom out. Zoom out's the one by your pinky.
I gotcha. I'm tightening it first. Give me a second.
Yeah. No. Yep.
Oh.
There you go. Good job.
Oh, hey.
Okay. So, any questions, guys?
Yeah, anyone got any questions? Shoot it up.
Or did you ask them all during the game and we just didn't know it?
Yeah, I apologize if that's the case.
Well, Chris was really good about answering most every question that was asked during the game.
Good job, Chris. Doing the job.
Thanks, Chris.
Pulling the company line. Other stuff.
They want to know how we let Darrell win.
I designed the game.
He bribed us.
Well, you know, Darrell wins in a situation like this mainly because, not that I'm a wuss player, but I tend to not make the bold moves against other players. Even though he was suggesting it, I never would have pulled the Bunsen burner out on Lesley. I don't think I would have used it on anybody, really. It's just not the kind of game that I play. Did you put all of them in there? Yeah, I think you'll notice that I only took one or two, if that, compounds with flame tokens on them anyway. I avoid them like the plague. I don't do the flame token thing. I try to stay away from the fire thing.
See, that's where I think you're
that's my deal. Well, I've won several times, and I came close here tonight. You won. I would have liked to get the fire extinguisher. That would have been a goal at some point, but I just felt that the compounds that I was getting were more important because I like my tracks. I like my test tubes. I like getting them to move up. I like having an engine down there. The turn I played the safety goggles, it was kind of rough. I was hoping to get something else that would have taken me up another point or two.
What's a gamble, the safety goggles?
There was something out there, but I was able to parlay it. I was able to put all 6 out on that turn.
Nice.
Having opened my lab test tube up a little more sooner, I waffled on that earlier in the game. Had I opened that up sooner and been able to keep some things more, I might have had a little more versatility later in the game. But I don't know. It's going to come down to I didn't use the Bunsen burner early enough, or at an appropriate time. But I don't see games in that vein of hurting somebody else. It's just not the way I play. I had something else. Dang it. I was very happy to get the study. I like getting claim tokens early and being able to move and keep things cycling. I was always working on something. There was never a moment where my field was really completely open to me. I was always playing a turn or two ahead, which is a problem because I couldn't drop my agenda fast enough to deal with certain things that were coming my way. I'm happy that I was able to block Lesley on the last turn. That is something I would do. So I don't know. How do we let Darrell win? Just because we did. Because that's the way the game played, and you can't have you can't block good playing in every game.
Nope.
Bless me.
Bless you. Because you asked for it.
Another question that we have is, why chemistry? Why is it themed this way, other than a different theme?
Because I said so. No. It was because, originally, this was built for... John runs the Unpub program. If you haven't heard of it, unpub.net, please check it out. And so the very first Unpub, which was 3 years ago? Yeah. We just had the third one. So
2011.
He had the first one there.
January 14th.
It was in a small room in a church. And it was the very first thing, so it was very grassroots. And me having as much, what's the word I'm looking for, trust and...
He thought I was going to fail.
I wasn't sure if he was going to have enough designers. I've never made a board game in my life. John will attest to that. The closest I've been is building decks in Magic when I used to play Magic the Gathering. So 4 days before the event, I sat down and whipped together this idea using index cards and a bag where you would pull... it was actually half-inch wooden discs from Agricola.
Yep.
And originally the idea in my head was to be alchemy, like you're an alchemist, so you were building potions. So you were pulling like rat tails and mushrooms and fungi and all this stuff out. And before I actually built it out, I was dropping Lesley, my wife, off at work. And I remember this. We were at the light. Yeah, at a lit intersection, so we stopped at a light, and I'm telling her the game, and she kind of looks at me and goes, "Why?" She goes, "Doesn't everyone do alchemy? It'll be like white noise. You should do something like, the periodic table. Use real elements and real compounds." And like, light bulb went off in my head. I'm very much like a man of science, so my grandfather raised me around science, so biology and nature and all that. So I used what I knew, researched some more, and put it all together. I aced the only chemistry I did was high school. I aced that, but
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore.
Probably not watching, but he's a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Great teacher.
And so I just kind of hit the ground running, and so the first build was all chemistry, and it never stayed away from that. We did have, at one board game design contest, somebody said, chemistry is an odd theme, you should re-theme it to something like you're a king building a kingdom. And I laughed so hard that day, the world heard it. I've never been arrogant about this game, but that was the one time I was just kind of, to that person, I was like, you have no idea what you're talking about. So, yeah.
He may be watching.
That's okay. I've ribbed him about that one, so...
And are we going to get a wooden key for the final project?
Yeah, we did reach that stretch goal. So that level.
That's fine.
Yeah, we will. There's a nice hefty wooden key that will be coming in every box. So which is nice.
Because anything is better than this. I know it's a prototype, but man, if you could see this thing right now, it is a bad prototype.
But that was the first, and actually, there's a little slot in it because
look, dude,
the initial design was. I'm a huge fan of Stone Age, and so my homage, as it was to Stone Age, was the key has a little notch for a stand, so it was actually going to stand up in front of everybody, and that was my homage to like the little chieftain piece in Stone Age, and thankfully Chris said that's the first thing that's going to go. So he loves Stone Age too. Don't get me wrong, but just the logistics of it, I think we're going to end up being a nightmare. So I'm very happy with the big, hefty, chunky log of a key we're going to have. So, yeah.
I know you guys can't really see it because of your angle. Just Darrell talking about the original version of the game. It ended up, they were index card sized decks, and you'll get to see some of these pictures shortly. And he had like 3 decks of cards. The deck was supposed to be built out in 3 things, and instead of having the field, it was just those 3, and there was no claiming or whatever. You were putting compounds out and trying to complete things.
Yeah, you were building them on top of the decks.
When one would finish, you would move it off and flip the next card, and that's how the lab fighters worked. And one would come up and it would wipe all of them. And
there was also too much oxygen.
Too much oxygen, which that was even in it till the summer, wasn't it?
That was no, it was gone before the summer.
It's gone before the summer. Too much oxygen.
It left after Unpub 2 because it was too strong.
It wiped pretty much the entire field.
And Unpub 2 is when you had the chemistry teacher.
I had the chemistry teacher.
She really helped you out by saying.
I've had a lot of chemists come out of the woodwork to help and ensure that the models on every single card are as accurate as possible. Number one for my art and my design, and that it could also fit in a small square. But they're as accurate as I can possibly get them. The color codes are the correct elemental color codes. The validity even on the flames, on the flammable compounds, they're well, I took a little liberties because I only have 1 or 2 flames, but more volatile flames have 1 flame token, where less volatile flame compounds have 2. So, and then there may be some. I mean, we're already talking about expansions and stuff like that. So, and that's where I think too much oxygen will probably make a return. Rekeyed.
As the game has progressed, it's been very interesting and sometimes difficult. When he switched the colors of the compounds, the elements, that was difficult for a couple games. It was like, wait, no, that's oxygen. No, that's not oxygen anymore.
Not anymore.
White used to be oxygen,
and red was hydrogen.
Red was hydrogen. So that still occasionally will come up in discussion.
But that's where I had a chemistry teacher just go, these are wrong. And I was like, you sure? Because this is what I was going off of. And she was like, yeah, that's not a good site. And so actually she didn't tell me what was right or what was a good site. So I had to do a little bit more research, and then I found the right colors. And yeah.
Darrell used to, when he was designing the cards, there was the compounds, the way the molecules fit together. He had little in jokes in a lot of them for a while.
Yeah,
one of them that had 6 of them or whatever ended up putting an E on it for his son Ethan and things like that. And that's the design choice you make when you're clever and interesting, but when you're trying to be grammatically correct, or chemically correct, I guess in this case, scientifically correct.
Actual,
you make it like it's supposed to look.
When you try to be actual factual.
And now everything is satisfaction. What do we got? Are we good?
Okay, this is the last chance for any kind of questions.
Last chance. Going once. Going twice. John, thanks a lot for hosting this.
No, thank you for making a game that we actually we enjoy. I hope that you guys saw how much fun we were having tonight and realized that it was not all because we're friends. Some of it got a little tense in there because we are friends, and we're friends with some of you as well. But hopefully, you just saw that this is a good game and it's worthy of your attention.
Thank you.
So, thank you all for watching tonight. Lesley, thank you for playing. Catherine,
It was
riding the stick over there, and Chris, thank you for following along and seeing the potential in a game about chemistry. For the record, I hate science. Because my opinion is different to everybody else's. I hate science. I like this game.
That's why I said you don't even have to know, like, or believe in science to enjoy this game.
Yes, but do you like potatoes? That was an actual question.
I'm Irish. I love potatoes.
I do like potatoes. I'm just not sure where the reference is. Anyway, before we get ourselves in any more trouble,
I like cheese.
Thank you, and may all your compounds explode.
Thank you.
And